And hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play for this channel, brand new type of Let's Play at that. Whereas typically I used to do more, I think the only thing I used to do were Terraria and Minecraft back in like, I did a Mario 64 playthrough. God, it's been so long since I've even done anything with this channel. I feel quite... not old, I feel something. I don't know what it is. I feel weird, we'll say that. Anyway. So, yeah. Today I will be playing a campaign, attempting to play a campaign, I should say, through the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Equestria at War, version 1.6.1, Cindered South, Wind of Changelings. Or Wind of Changelings. Yeah. So, Hearts of Iron 4 is a grand strategy World War II simulator game by Paradox, and this mod essentially overhauls it to be a more, actually, at this point, it's more of a so basically, take MLP, you know, Friendship is Magic, take that show, and make it an alternate universe. Think of, like to all you bronies out there, think of essentially Fallout Equestria. Okay, no, never mind. That's a terrible analogy. It's nothing like it. It's similar concept. It's an alternate universe, more modern weapons. It's a very long, complicated thing. You'll be able to know more of what it is as I play along. I've looked into it briefly. I played it around. Its mechanics seem pretty similar to that of Hearts of Iron 4, so yeah, I'm hoping it'll be good enough. Hoping it'll work out well, because I found myself to have kind of a difficulty playing with Hearts of Iron 4. Mainly because I'm just not that good at it, but we will see if we can get anywhere. You're playing alone. And right off the bat, yeah, we got all this stuff. You got Equestria itself, which makes sense. You got the Crystal Empire, Stalingrad. Oh, that's great. The Changeling Lands, the Kingdom of Elenia, the Griffonian Empire, the River Republic. You can also pick a random country. These are the main 7 countries essentially to play as, and you got these smaller ones like the Kingdom of Wingbardy, Kingdom of Aqualia, the Federated Parishes of Sycameon, the Republic of Asterion, the County of Cyanolesia, the Free Towns of Griffiths, the Commonwealth of New Maryland, Nova Griffonia, Kingdom of Edina, Socialist Republic of Scandinavia, the Kingdom of Yakakistan, that's actually a canon thing, the Jackie Clan, or the Jockey Clan, which is very much not. What do I know? It might be a thing in the comics. I don't know. I don't really know which is fan and which isn't. Some of the stuff might just... I'm pretty sure this is, and this is. I don't know. The Kingdom of Brodfeld, Black Rocks Bandits, Lake City, and Nimbusia. And you got a bunch of other countries on the thing. Yeah. So for the purposes of this, we're going to just doing a campaign as Equestria. It's pretty much the easy one. They're the biggest, strongest power of the world. Yeah. So, in this game there are factions. Typically, in Hearts of Iron 4, you got the 3 main factions, or 4 technically, with democracy, fascism, communism, and non-aligned, which tend to be more monarchist or neutral powers, typically. This game, democracy, is replaced with harmony. Fascism, communism, not aligned, all still exist, but yeah. So Equestria is run by, of course, Princess Celestia. You got the ideology of harmony, a harmonic regime, which that just sounds awesome. Let's be honest. It's a regime of harmony. The ruling party is Alicorn rule. the rule of magical alicorn princesses that have lived for thousands of years. Saying this stuff out loud just sounds so ridiculous. Their wisdom is just as old as they are. To stand against them would be a great folly. They command endless respect and adoration from their subjects. Might I say, I am loving that artwork there. It's just like brilliant, you know? So, yeah. Well, it's more expensive to annex stuff, take states, you know, all that stuff. Typically, it's basically at the same mechanics of democracy, just different name and slight different mechanics, typically. Tend to still not be democracy. More autocratic, I should say. So, we got the National Spirits, Haven of Pony Kind, which increases stability by 10%. Surrender limit means it'll take longer to surrender, I assume, plus 10%. And the Ideology Drift Defense, plus 30%, which means we'll be much more fervent in our ideology. Equestria has been inhabited by ponies for thousands of years. Ever since the three tribes fled the Wendigos from the north, they have called Equestria their home. You got the Alicorn Sisters, which increases daily political power gain by 0.10, division recovery rate of plus 5%, stability of plus 10%, and war support of plus 10%. Equestria is blessed with the leadership of Princesses Celestia and Luna, guardians of the heavenly bodies. Graced by their millennia-old wisdom, the ponies feel safe and protected, and they cannot imagine anyone else leading them. You got the Magic of Friendship. Plus 20% division training time, minus 0.7% recruitable population, minus 5% recruitable population factor, plus 5% division recovery rate, plus 5% stability, minus 30% war support, minus 30%, and it's AI, a few AI modifiers, and then you got reduces military factory construction speed. That's probably not going to be a good thing in the long run if we want to expand outwards, but who says we want to expand out, you know? I mean, if we really need to. Well, I mean, to create a hegemony of harmony, probably. But friendship is the foundation of Equestria and makes cooperation between the unicorns, Pegasi, and Earth ponies possible. It has also ensured peace in the land for over 1,000 years. No pony has experienced war since time immemorial. So, brief history. I say brief, this video's already going on for 8 minutes and we still haven't gotten past the title screen. Equestria has lived in harmony for over a millennium. Under the guidance of Princess Celestia, the nation has faced many minor threats in the recent past and has prevailed with the power of friendship and forgiveness. How cute. However, circumstances seem to be changing, and Equestria's enemies have aroused themselves and are now a credible threat. The peace-loving nation of ponies now finds itself in a new world with foes at their borders, but among their numbers as well. How will Equestria approach the troubling times ahead, and will friendship and harmony still be its nature, still be its mantra? Yeah, Princess Celestia, older than anyone would dare guess, Princess Celestia is an Alicorn, the eldest of the two royal sisters and the head ruler of Equestria. Additionally, she's responsible for the raising and lowering of the sun, working in tandem with her sister Luna to ensure a stable night and day cycle. Oops, sorry about that. She is perhaps the most beloved creature in the world, being a staunch proponent for peace, kindness, and cooperation. Very little of her past before Celestia's victory over Discord is known, except that she and Luna discovered the elements of harmony. With these artifacts and their bearers, Princess Celestia secured a long, relative peace for the nation, and we have three key national focuses. I have not played this game in so long. Ministry of Defense. In light of recent developments, it is best to revive the Equestrian Ministry of Defense from ages past. We cannot remain unprepared given Chrysalis's change on this. Recent aggressive rhetoric, nor can we ignore the possible threat of Stalliongrad. I don't believe that is an actual thing in the show. That's just probably a joke. Friendship Games. One of the oldest traditions of Equestria is the Friendship Games, where ponies, griffins, and other folk participate in a number of sporting events. This event celebrates the friendship and understanding between all nations and peoples. The princess has expressed excitement at spectating the finest sports ponies competing against one another. School for Gifted Unicorns. Celestia School for Gifted Unicorns, Equestria's premier educational institution for magically gifted, has recently fallen on hard times. With some extra funding, we could renovate its facilities and increase the quality of education young unicorns will receive. This will certainly help improve the research capabilities of our nation. That sounds like a very good starting point. So, now, 10 minutes into the video, let's start doing this. I'll be doing a civilian difficulty because I've not played in such a long time, and I found the game difficult enough because I'm still quite new at this game. Oh, this is... Okay, that's some other things. I didn't see that before. Thestrals. Okay. Well, I'm sure that stuff's not that important. Civilian, we can do it! Political power gain plus 50%, production 30% plus production efficiency cap. 80% lack of resources penalties, minus, plus 15% research speed, plus you get less fuel consumption. Yeah. It's just something that makes it a lot easier for me. I know, I'm playing the easiest nation in the game, and I am playing on easy mode. But I want this to be, you know, something actually fun and not just... Yeah. Okay. The Principality of Equestria, 1007, the Land of Ponies. The Land of Equestria is a peaceful haven of pony kind, though it was not always like that. Thousands of years ago, before the southward migration, the three tribes of ponies, unicorns, pegasi, and earth ponies, weren't united like in the modern day, and are instead argued and fought with one another. Things got worse as the climate turned colder and colder. It's reverse climate change. The ponies left their homeland and many migrated south to a new virgin land. Each pony tribe thought they were superior in a way and claimed the land for themselves, but only together could they prevail in the end. Equestrian folklore says that the three leaders of the tribes were locked away in a cave in the middle of a blizzard, and that the only reason they survived was cooperation and friendship. Henceforth, the tribes were united under a common banner and flag. Equestria was born. Soon after its foundation, Princess Celestia and her younger sister, Princess Luna, were called to lead the ponies of Equestria. The two princesses are immortal alicorns, sharing the abilities of each of the three races, and are powerful enough to raise and lower the sun and moon. Turn that down. Okay. They were the guardians of Equestria for a long time and protected it through the elements of harmony, defeating great, dangerous enemies such as Discord, the Spirit of Chaos, and King Sombra of the Crystal Empire. Oh no, what was that? Oh. Followed Sparkles, yeah, I thought I saw it. Princess Luna eventually fell prey to jealousy, however, as ponies did not appreciate the night she brought and loved her time as much as they loved the day of her older sister. She transformed into the wicked Nightmare Moon, eclipsed the sun with her moon, and attacked Celestia. In desperation, Celestia had no choice but to banish her sister to the moon for 1,000 years. A new age began, where Equestria had a single ruler who raised both the sun and the moon. This age was a time of peace. A treaty of friendship was signed with the Deer of Alenia, ending their coastal raids for good. Famed explorer Meanderly Polo. Okay, that's pretty good. Crossed the ocean and traveled far to the east, where she discovered the eastern ponies of the Riverlands. Eastern pony cousins of the Riverlands. Another explorer named Colt Lumbus founded New Maryland in southern Griffonia. Yeah. New Maryland. Yeah, in southern Griffonia, eventually Jamwoot would invent the steam engine, heralding the beginning of Equestria's industrialization. New cities would appear and rapidly grow as the city urbanized and modernized, but while prosperity grew, its distribution was not as equal as some had hoped. Then, after mismanagement of weather followed by food shortages, the region of Severiana revolted. Just read the province there, sorry. Peace in Equestria had come to an end as the Winter Revolution erupted. Fearing full-scale civil war, Celestia had no choice but to make peace, allowing the communist state to exist freely. This uprising was perhaps a sign of things to come. 7 years ago, at the dawn of a new millennium, Nightmare Moon returned, but 6 ponies discovered their fate as embodiments of the elements of harmony, and used the magic of friendship to turn her back into Luna, making her leave her evil ways behind her and returning to rule by her sister's side. The 6 different ponies who embody and hold the elements of harmony, the most prominent of which is Twilight Sparkle, element of magic, and Princess of Friendship, have faced and defeated evil time and time again, protecting Equestria from tyranny and doom. But Equestria faces new enemies, however, as the evil Queen Chrysalis has rallied the disunited changeling lands under a supreme rule in recent history. Chrysalis has already carried out a failed invasion on Canterlot, the capital of Equestria, and Princess Celestia is worried that she will strike again, this time with full force. The sky is growing dark. As clouds gather on the horizon, many realize that friendship and peace might not be able to outlast and overcome the coming storm. A new age dawns, an era that Equestria and its peace-loving citizens might not be ready for. So, in the region of Southern Equus features a variety of different landscapes. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. This isn't just the typical thing. Okay. Most southern nations start the game with a relatively large amount of divisions and/or industry, and this makes them big threats to outsiders. Though the political landscape of most countries prevents them from breaching out into different regions of the world for a long time. Politically, this region is dominated by Equestria, which has the possibility of exerting further influence if they so choose. Equestria starts out as a disarmed nation, unlike their main rival and opponent, the Changeling Lands. They, unlike their harmonic neighbors, start with a bigger and more capable army and aren't as peace-loving either. It is noteworthy that this region usually grows attention until the Changelings declare war on their rival as part of the Great War. So the World War. The usual strategy of most countries in this region revolves around a massive industrial and military buildup during the early game, resulting in a great region-wide war during the mid-game, and finally ending in the victory of one side who will then be in prime position for global supremacy. Generally speaking, if one wishes to compete in the struggle for power, they would need to be on the winning side during the Great War. Equestria features a large terrain with varying levels of infrastructure and features some of the most powerful nations in the world. Gameplay is based largely around the central conflict between Equestria and the Changeling Lands, which most of this region will be involved in. So, the mechanics. Equestria War incorporates a fork of expanded technology plus industry equipment by great experience user permission, has been edited and streamlined to fit our design goals better. This allows for a longer game with more technologies to research. EAW introduces magical equipment and new resource crystals used to produce it. Magical equipment provides a more resource, IC intensive, less reliable, but more powerful alternative to regular infantry equipment. Pre-industrial infantry equipment and artillery have been added to represent the weapons used by nations that have not yet industrialized. Furthermore, EAW introduced the races system. Each country has one of 5 races: Pony, Changeling, Griffin, Deer, and Unspecified, with more races planned. Each race has its own unique racial tech tree folder, and in some cases, racial unique units. Races cannot be changed during the game, exception being an option for the Changeling Elenian Commonwealth. Society and research development. In order to better represent the differences in industrial society research development of nations in Equestria War, development and scientific development idea categories have been implemented. Development represents the general state of industrialization and advancement of economy and society. Low levels of development impose industry, research, and political malices. Development can be improved by national focuses or decisions depending on the country. Scientific development represents the level of education and research capabilities of the nation. Low levels of scientific development impose research malices. Scientific development can be improved by national focuses or decisions depending on the country. For Griffin countries, zoning major centers of learning in Griffonia can be used to improve scientific development as well. The nuclear warfare changes. The potential of nuclear warfare and the horror of releasing such terrible weapons is not quite seen in vanilla. In order to rectify this, EAW introduces the following changes. Nuclear attacks will now reduce the population of a hit state, using believable casualty numbers depending on the state population development. Using multiple nuclear bombs in a state ensured success will not reduce population as drastically. A state Hit by a nuclear attack will receive the fallout state modifier, reducing factory supplies, division organization, increasing division attrition. The modifier will last for a year, and subsequent nuclear attacks will not stack the modifier but will reset the 1-year timer. Production of nuclear bombs require a supply of crystals. If none are available, no new nuclear bombs will be produced. Each nuclear reactor consumes 12 crystals. Operation Paperclip, post-war research bonuses. After a country has been defeated in a war, a peace conference is ended, the victors will have a chance to receive a one-time 50% research bonuses to technology that the loser had researched and the victor is not. The chance to receive this bonus is random and calculated per technology. The more of the loser's industry that has been taken over by the victor, either by puppeting or annexation, the higher the chance to receive the bonus, which means that not every victor will have an equal chance. The level of development of the victor is also a factor. The worse the development, the smaller the chance. An effort was made to improve the AI. While it is by no means perfect, and most real improvements can only be implemented by paradox, we have done our best to tweak the AI's behaviors and improve AI's handling division templates. AI will use all the added units and technologies. AI will intelligently choose doctrines based on the bonuses they've received in their focus tree. AI will use dynamic strategies to respond to events and changes on the world stage. Peace Conference AI has been improved, though it is not perfect. And that's the change log. Okay. I think 21 minutes in, we're finally ready to get started. So, said, no elections, our ideology is harmony, alicorn rule. Good fan art. You know, I forgot entirely. I forgot entirely that the Buffalo tribe, buffaloes even existed in the show. Oh wow. Spa Islands. Like the Spice Islands. Anyway, let's. Oh, I guess or something.
Our lands must be preserved.
Okay. So we got three generals, one field marshal, blue blood. He's politically connected, Prince of Equestria. Just media personality. Yeah, that sounds about right. Judging by the show's portrayal. Yeah. General Soren, General Fastclip, General Whiplash. Honestly, Soren's probably the best. That'll be the Field Marshal, and we'll just kind of use them as we go. No divisions, basic training. Well, let's get like you know, let's just add a few Pegasi divisions. Why not? Set it up to counter a lot. We'll do a national focus last. I like to at the end of the setup. And a question research. That gives us a nice reduced tech time there. That's pretty good. And civilian economy. But unfortunately, our research speed is reduced. Because we have stagnation of harmony. Excuse me? Oh, good lord. 0.85 daily political power gain. Well... Oh, that's because I'm on civilian difficulty. That's what I was about to say. I'm surprised it's not lower than that, but no, yeah, I forgot. I'm on easy mode. That's why it's not hurting so much, but still. Maybe this isn't such a good idea, you know? Yeah, research speed, war support, factory output. Oh, we got even lower war support. No one wants to do any war supports. No one wants to go to war. Okay. For more than 1,000 years, Princess Celestia has been ruling the lands of Equestria. Life is peaceful, slow, and mostly uneventful. As such, the country is less open to radical changes. Oh shoot, well I guess that means we can't do the Ponies Communist Party, who is led by Starlight Glimmer. That is amazing. Oh, they do! Okay. I am... That's great. Chancellor Nasa is head of the fascist thing, okay. This is pretty good, okay. And, yeah. 3 tribe supporters, I guess, just like the generic non-aligned party, I'd assume. Prince Blueblood makes sense, I guess. The Forgotten Tribe reduces political power gain, reduces stability, although stability is pretty good. Reduces a bit of the recruitical population factor. Stability, defense, and core territory. Land Knight attack. Okay, so our attacks will be less effective during the night. Is that what you're saying? Alright, I guess. Equestria is the land of the 3 tribes, Earth Ponies, Pegasi, and Unicorns, yet there's a 4th tribe, the Thestrals, or Bat Ponies, living in many mountains, caves, and in places of Equestria. Thestrals are shunned and discriminated against in an ancient schism from the days of Nightmare Moon. Should war come, some may even hinder our troops or assist the enemy. That's a good point. We only really saw Thestrals in, we really saw Thestrals in that one episode, which was like, what? Luna Eclipse, I want to say? South Park. I don't think that's a South Park reference. I just think that's a funny coincidence. Manchester, Salt Lake City, Seattle, Vancouver. Oh, new horse leads. Apple and Princess. Las Vegas. Damn it. Toledo. Rockville. Okay. Okay. Huffington. Oh my, I forgot. Okay, that's just Portland. Okay. Merida. Salt, Maine. Salt Lickingham. Baltimore. Philadelphia. Dallas. Bronklin. Manhattan. Oh god. Is it Canterbury? I think that's like an actual, like, might be a pun, but I if I recall correctly, there's like actually a English city, English region. It's actually called that, so it's not actual. Doesn't need to be a cringy pun. I can just say it's like occupied. Detroit, Stratusburg, France. Oh. I want to stop, but St. Peter's. Trottingham. Village up north. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Stalingrad. I still can't get past that name. Starlight's town, for some reason, is not run by Starlight Glimmer. It's instead Double Diamond, and it's unusual. You'd think it'd be that, and again, what do I know? Yeah, what do I know about it all? They're communist, of course. That makes a lot of sense considering the season 5 opener. Great opener. I'm having too much fun with this and not getting anything done. Where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, research speed. Let's get support weapons. That's always a good thing to always start off with. Pony technologies. Earth Pony agriculture. Pretty good. Magic of industry. Pegasi weather engineering. Manipulation. Okay. I gotta say, 20,000%. So we have Pegasi divisions. We're gonna want to probably keep those going, actually. Can use unicorns, perhaps. Let's get the research going. The electronic engineering, I should say. And actually, let's get construction one first. We're probably gonna want to build some stuff. No template. Let's get rid of the towed artillery then. Get some motorized going. We're gonna need that. Get all this stuff going up here. Actually, we're probably good on that. These dockyards going here. Can't build any subs. We got the Twilight class. Great. Marigold class, Canterlot class. That's a heavy cruiser. Okay. Let's get about 10 of those up for a strike fleet, you know. Let's get some destroyers going. About 15 of those. I think we should be good with dockyard stuff then. We're producing toasters. It's good to see. Apparently have the Crystal Empire as the subject. I guess that makes some sense. Let's get some military factories going, actually. We need some. Let's get some going up around here. Just this whole general area will just be all full of military factories. Because I said so. Right about there. Here we go. Let's get civilian factories going all about here. All put in over here. Yeah. Put that all the way up to here, so we can build stuff faster, you know? Now, let's get some dockyards set up around here, because we're going to put some extra stuff, and I think that's good for dockyards. Save some spots for synthetic refineries. Let's get some fuel silos put up here in the top. Fit the rest in as we later do. Let's also work on getting the infrastructure built up, because let's be honest, that's probably a good thing to have, just in general, is high infrastructure. I don't think I'm probably doing it the most efficient way, but, you know, frankly, I don't remember much on how to play this game, and I'm just going off the top of my head. When do we own that? All the way up there. So yeah, let's build up all the infrastructure. All of this. Yes. Come on. Man, this is just a... Honestly, I can see this essentially being the game's easy mode, you know? I'm probably just going to label this as being a introductory episode rather than like an actual first part, because I just spend most of it talking rather than doing anything. Truly, I have become my own worst enemy, you know? More of a... Rather than being the man of action, I am just a man of talk, and I have failed to do as I said. Okay. And you know what? Let's just build up the stuff in the Crystal Empire. I'm sure eventually we'll have an opportunity to annex them, and it'll probably help us out in the long run. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, Now that we got that taken care of, how many decisions I need to think about, actually? I think there are 5 decisions I can take. I don't know. So, we got all this stuff going on here. In the end of Civil War. Compromise. I want to find a way to... I kind of want to find a way to, you know, I kind of want to find a way to, you know, sort of establish Starlight as the leader, just because, you know, why not? Yeah. Is that a friggin' Confederate flag? I'm sorry, that's not an equestrian flag. That's a Confederate flag. Confederate flag. No. Well, there goes monetization immediately. No, I'm not censoring that. Anyway. Ah. Crikey. Anyway. I'm trying to think here. What are we going to choose first? Buffalo relations? Friendship games. Ministry of Defense. And that's kind of all we can do to start. You know, I think I'm going to do... Actually, no, I want to get down to here as quickly as possible. If I can get more research speed, perhaps an extra research slot, that's actually going to be really better for us in the long run, more so than the whole defense and thing right now. Man, there's just so much to do here. So much, I should say, so much to potentially do. Man, yeah, civilian difficulty, you'll only be making 0.24 power per day at least. At most, probably. I'm just... Anyway, so, we picked our thing. We picked our focus, and I will see you all in the next video. I've really gone over my time. Next video, I'll actually be doing some stuff, hopefully. And, yeah. Yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.